They just, what the fuck? Like, it's just complete bullshit. So now I can actually enjoy my feed.
Okay. And there we go. I think I've got some audio on now. That might have been Dan that we heard for a second there.
Yes, Dan. It is complete bullshit. Whatever it is you're talking about.
Do you want to theorize? Actually, I posed this question to Dan earlier. If you could pick any superpower, what would it be? Sam, what would your pick be? Any superpower.
Any superpower?
And don't pick, you know, the ability to have all superpowers. That's like
no, but
that's what Dan
That's
did.
like the ultimate cop out. Like, come on, Dan. Seriously, dude. It's all about Wolverine.
Wolverine, adamantium, skeleton.
Nah. You see, that's the thing. That's not his superpower.
Oh, you're right.
Everybody
The
thinks
healing.
that, you know? Exactly. It's the infinite healing, man. You're indestructible. Do
Or
what the hell you want.
Or would you get the adamantium skeleton upgrade at that point?
Yeah, that's the thing. After that, sure, do whatever the hell you want. One problem is that you could actually be like caught in really nasty ways with that. Because just imagine, like, you could be infinitely tortured. You could be like that god or wait, who is it again? Prometheus. You could be like Prometheus, where you know you're just healed infinitely while something picks out your gizzard.
Also, you know, how do you get through airport security?
Yeah, that would be a bit of a problem.
There are issues here you haven't really considered.
The thing is, you know, at that point, you got nothing but time, bro. Just, you know, get your motorcycle, ride wherever you want. It's all good.
Hey, it's kind of
Planes,
good. All right.
who needs them?
All right, I'll accept that answer. Healing, you know, regeneration like that.
Damn straight. You could be a total badass at that point.
At some point, people get tired of torturing you anyway. I'm sure they'd move on. ROCCAT Immunity here. Going to be playing on Dust 2, and this is a map that we know the Finns play really well. They did take a really bad beating on Mirage, but I'm sure they'll be back now. They're finished. They tend to be, you know, I think kind of mentally prepared for stuff like this. Imagine, though, opening up with a nice shot on Nasu, and over at Long Juho, he gets the return. He gets another headshot. Stun is going to take down Ustilo. What's going on? They should be losing this, but they're not. James finally taking a kill here, but it's still a 2v3. Juho looking for a third shot. He's going to get that headshot now. It's down to Ricky. It's a 1v3 jumping shot. He's trying to make it happen. Jumping one more time, not clicking through. He's not reloaded yet. 8 bullets left, and it is a 1v3 for Ricky. He's up here. The bomb is dropped down in CT spawn. Juho somehow has brought this back from the brink, and I don't see any way that Ricky can make it out.
With 12 HP, not likely, right? I mean, he's just got to hope. He's got to pray. I mean, we're talking about like Zeus and whatnot. You know, there you go, man. If you're gonna sacrifice anything, do it now because you're gonna need it. Zard is in a bit of a scary spot, but there it is, right? I mean, Ricky has to go for the play eventually. He's gonna get shut down, but that's all about Juho.
That's around you never lose. That the opening from Imagine, they could not possibly be better. Juho gets tagged almost immediately as well. He's very nearly dead from the first couple of bullets, and then he just stays alive and gets 2, and then a third. Look at that. He actually outlives this situation to get a triple kill. And there's 2 people fighting him down there. That's ridiculous.
Imagine's going to be kicking himself for ages over that.
Yeah.
Like, he had him dead to rights. And, well, now Immunity are in a bit of a tight spot, aren't they? They go for the Tech 9 buy. No shenanigans this time. No saving this time either. They didn't get the bomb plant, so they are just going to try and keep the pressure up here on ROCCAT, see if they can't rush him down. Smoke goes up in upper halls, though, and that's perfect timing from XR. Now he's going to be able to hold nice and close. No risk for him. But he decides to actually back off the plateau. Wants to play the range. I mean, it's not a bad call, even with the UMP. You can be pretty nasty from this range with UMP. It's pretty.
Yeah. It's
actually, if not the most accurate SMG, one of them.
I know you are a bit of a fan of the UMP.
Dirty up money.
ROCCAT gonna be putting up a Molotov as well and clicking away that USPS. He's really being annoying back here, isn't he?
This is a nightmare. Because now, okay, you work your way out. You're going to have to go left and right, but the shots are just going to start raining through, and as soon as he picks up on it, boom. There you go. One headshot to start, and it's just so much damage. They're getting whittled down here, Immunity, and there really isn't a whole lot that they can hope to do because XR is still alive at the back of plateau, just collecting a quad kill in the end, making it look easy. It's like, yo, I can do you one better, mate. And he's doing it with a UMP as well, so he's making mad money. Yeah,
pretty good job here. I mean, overall, just very defensive. No real chance for any quick pickoffs here, and Immunity investing into this round. They didn't get the bomb down in the first round, and they don't get anything out of it here really either. So it's going to be a bit of a slow start for them here, which I think, I mean, from ROCCAT's point of view, that's obviously a good thing, because Immunity must have been feeling pretty fired up after Mirage.
Yeah, definitely. Finally, something going their way, right? It is going to be a very quick push out onto Long here. Nothing but Glocks, though. Still a danger to Nasu. Can't quite keep his own, but he is going to get backed up here by Juho, who just decides to go full Cobra mode, pick up 3 kills before he gets overwhelmed. And so far, so good, it seems, for Immunity. They managed to get 2 kills out of a hard eco. That's not too bad.
2 kills, stolen the rifle as well. If they can just throw the bomb over here without crossing, and I think, yeah, Imagine gonna go for the long toss, but it might not have been just quite long enough here. Sunny ready to deny that plant anyway, which would obviously be great if they could do it. Grenades raining in, and Xards is gonna shut down James, so that's important. No extra money. Imagine was ready to make the long trek around in case the bomb was down, so some good forward thinking. I mean, this position would have been interesting if the bomb was planted.
Oh, and he's still got 40 seconds. He's still got time. He's going to make this even more expensive. Stondug takes a bullet to the face. Well, they know that he backed off, so they should be able to set up the smoke here. Xart just buying more time. 30 seconds left here for Imagine to make the play.
It's going to be around 20 before the smoke disappears, and he's got 20 seconds to do a 1v2 like that. Gonna be trying to run out here, but they're both firing at him from different angles as well. Now he's trapped. Gandalf not gonna be too easy at this point in time. Looking for the shot. He's gonna get one more in here, and he's got the time. 10 seconds, picks up the bomb, runs for it. He's very low. He goes down to Sunny. What a close round, and what an incredibly scary performance here. Imagine he was fired up on Mirage as well.
Yeah, Sunny is just thanking his lucky stars for aim punch at that point.
Yeah.
That's literally the only thing that kept him alive. Imagine he was zeroed in. He had them dead to rights, but aim punch saves the day, and 2-0 now 3-0, just narrow win there for ROCCAT. But we go into the big buy round here for Immunity, and no AWP picked up for Ricky. I was expecting some kind of glass cannon play from him, but he's just going AKs. AKs across the board for Immunity. Not willing to wait and see if he's going to be able to pick up an entry for him. They just want to get into the thick of things right away. Pop flash into mid just to start things off, but nobody to push behind it. Instead, it's all focused on Cat right now.
And they might just feel like, well, we've done really well so far with just pistols on this bomb site. Maybe we can just try and get in here and fight them with rifles, and we'll make it work. That sort of seems to make sense to me, at least. And they are going to be setting up for a couple of smokes and see if they can maybe actually smoke Stonder out of his position, because he does have that AWP. We've already seen how terrifying he could be with it.
Oh, there's the setup already. Nice smokes going in. One straight into CT as well. They get a bit of a wall going on the site, so in case anybody was holding on Goose, that'd be a bit of a problem. Stonda, though, what a magnificent shot. Takes out Estillo, and he's gonna... No, I thought he had him dead to rights. Mid-air shot. That would have been disgusting. But the bomb will get planted in the end by Imagine, and so far things are going pretty well here for Immunity. Bomb planted. Imagine and Ricky both still alive.
And Nasu, he's got the health here, but needs to pick up a kit or needs to move very fast. Going to be a shot there on Ricky. Imagine goes down as well. Nasu clutches it. 1v2 for the triple kill total, and he's going to have the time as well for the defuse. So a huge round here. Immunity's first buy round gets shut down. It was very, very close, but that's a great clutch.
Yeah, and that's... they're going to be kicking themselves about that. Ricky peeking, shoulder peeking when there was no reason to. And on the side as well. I mean, it really just turns into the man mode fight at that point. But man, Rick is definitely gonna be kicking himself about that. He did not need a shoulder peek. So, especially when he's so low HP, one bullet's gonna kill you. Like,
I mean, I can't watch Nasu play without thinking about what Natsu's sort of been feeding in my ear, that this guy was one of the best players to ever touch 1.6. Just has never put in the effort to actually translate it into global offensive. And he has been super on and off. He's been playing in some lineups, then he's been out of it for a while, then he's back again. I mean, there could be a lot of reasons why that could be, but whenever you see a little bit, I always wonder, is that just the tip of the iceberg? Is there actually a lot more underneath? It's not impossible. Maybe it's a genetic thing. He is Lurpus' brother,
About to say, right? Runs in the family. Lurpus went on to do great things. Nasu could have been possible for him as well, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, if 1.6 hadn't ended the way that it did, maybe there would have been even more in it there. 5th round is coming up here. We've got not that much utility left on Immunity here, but 3 smokes is enough for an execute, and they were so close last time. It actually, again, it makes sense to continue to try. 2v1 at the end there, they could have won that.
But I do like Joe's position right now. This is going to be spotting right over it. Sniper going for a bit of the pre-fire there, though, just to make sure that nobody's lurking. Unfortunately for him, timing was just off. But there it is, Stonda once again set up, and no flash. Ricky has 2 flashes, but they don't decide to use one to force Stonda off that angle. And now, well, it's going to be a bit more difficult for Stonda to get the job done, but he's still up to the task, no problem at all. 2 kills for him holding that line, and they're getting whittled down, but Ricky and Imagine with 2 big kills. Stonda with the 3rd, gets the quad, not the ace though, gets shut down finally.
look at the confidence of those shots. He's not afraid to peek even a slightly wider angle. He's not waiting for them to come out. He actually goes on the aggressive for those kind of hunts there, and there's really not so time here for Ricky. The bomb is down and 8 seconds left when he realizes not going to make a difference. Picks up the AWP and runs away, which is probably the best that he could do. And that is going to be another round for the Finnish side. So a very different start as to on Mirage here. They're off to a nice beginning.
Yeah, this is sick.
Like, that's the first kill there, he waits, but the kills afterwards, he actually goes to fight them.
That's second. I mean, the second one, though, that was ridiculous. Yeah, really impressive stuff from Stonda. And, I mean, it felt like it was lacking on the first map as well. So to see him wake up here, that's very uplifting if you're a Finnish fan. Not so much if you're an Aussie, right? But there you go.
Well, Stonda is going to shut down Sniper, and Ricky getting the close B spawn there, but not only do they have 2 grenades, they also had smokes and everything else, and a really safe setup here. They know that AWP was missing, and they know it's somewhere on the map. They don't want to give anything for free here. Yuho going to flash himself into the middle with that FAMAS in hand. He goes down. Ricky's well prepared for that one.
Oh, great reaction from him. I thought that he was flashed, but he does manage to make it work. Stonda now watching. He's actually going to back off just as they start to push a little bit further in. But James decides to hold, and the rest of them gathering in Upper Dark. This is going to turn to Xart now. Like, he's going to be the one who's doing the damage here. He's going to be the first line. Sunny is there to back him as well, and Sunny currently focused on mid, not spotting anybody for now. But Ricky, this is it, the big money shot. Can he clear out Zart? Oh, he clears out his teammate instead, but hey, gets the job done on the second try around. That's
I feel
awkward.
like you set it up perfectly, Sandland. That's gonna. I look forward to seeing this on Reddit
shot.
later. Yep, that was the money shot. But Ricky's really on point. I mean, we shouldn't be laughing too much because it's still very impressive here. They've got a 2v3. They've got the bomb down, and Ricky's got that AWP still in window, mid-air, not going to get the shot, but imagine Will Stonda trying to make his way, and Ricky's going to shut it down. It'll be a triple, might even a bit of quad if you count his teammates, and that's going to be 5-1. That's a sick round. I mean, for all the laughter and giggling, it's actually super impressive.
Well, I mean, the last...
I can't keep a straight face. Oh, God.
Boom. But the last time that we really saw Ricky have a God mode performance was on Dust 2 at the Major last time. So the fact that this is perhaps his map where he feels confident to op and take these battles and do good work, it seems like it. Nade again, and well, that nade pistol combo up so close. So much damage. Nasu still managing to find a headshot there, dropping Imagine low, but... Okay then. Stonda's just like, sit down.
Shutting down Estilo, and over at Long Yuho taking a bit of a fight there. It's a 3v3, and Sniper almost catching him blind through the smoke there. Looks like there is going to be a bomb plant going through, and finally ROCCAT are realizing it's time to get the troops on in, flanking from Long. Stonda with his knife out is going to run into Imagine. An easy kill. And the last 2 members of the CT side, really not a lot of health left here. Sniper going to take care of one. Nixart coming in from Catwalk, and seems like a bit of a task here ahead of him, trying to see if he can get that shot off. But once he's been found, yeah, there's not a lot he could do.
Yeah, good play, although Ricky, he has not a shred of mercy. Xart is waiting for him, though. It's the waiting game. I mean, Immunity don't have a super amount of money either, you know, saved up in the bank, so they don't want to challenge too much. Ricky knows that a teammate might just be able to make it there in time if he were to be killed to save the op, but still an expensive risk, and it seems like they're content to just let Xart make it out of there alive. So, Immunity starting to get rounds on the board. Is this now the time where they start to turn this game their way? And that's what we're all wondering. They've got it in them. And it seems like Ricky, you know, it was James really who was like the standout player. James and Imagine, those guys were just doing big work on Mirage, but now this could be Ricky's time to shine. He's got 6 frags.
Yeah, and Justilo's gone a little bit invisible here. I think he's got 1 kill in the first 7 rounds. But on the upside, CT side is now ecoing it. They're already in the B bomb site, so maybe they had guessed that was going on. They were banking on the fact that there wasn't going to be a stack here, and they turned out to be right. AK still in the hands of Xart. He saved it from the last round. This is essentially a free round here.
Yeah, they were really hoping to catch Ricky off guard, actually. Quick push up mid like that, just hoping to see if they couldn't actually pick off the Opera, but a smoke goes down to block off T-spawn. Oh, this could get awkward.
Oh.
Hi, Ostello. Bye, Ostello.
Oh, God. Ricky trying to see if he could push in here. They must have had a sense of how many people were out there, so maybe they should just not fight them and run the other way. And if there's no time for it, you can still survive staying in upper dark. It's not like the bomb is actually going to kill you. James and Sniper, each going to get a kill here and trying for a bit more. He was whittled down low, James, so he will die. And he starts getting exit frag. And another one there, and imagine, that's a hugely expensive round. Really making the most of it here on the CT side.
Yeah, these are the Aussies, actually, the guys who took all those punches to the face just now. But we go straight back into it with Rick, and he's got a great B-spawn. Ooh. Do they smoke straight off the bat, ROCCAT? This could get interesting.
We're going to find out. Flash out long there and over at the... Well, I think Ricky ate a grenade
there it
again.
is.
Not quite going to be able to get the shot, and almost goes down.
Oh, good dodge from him. Still, that could have been very fun. They do the double peek, though, and Nasu's there to save his teammate's life. Stonda definitely would have been dead to right. Sniper is there to follow it up, though. Good return frag there. That was very important, and they just go barreling up Cat here. James looking to catch somebody out of position. At least one player is down on long as well as the op, so he had a chance perhaps to clear something out, but they decided to play it safe immunity, start stacking up the defense.
And Sonny looking for a quick headshot if anyone is brave enough to fight him here. And there it is. He was actually looking for a good 5 seconds before Ustilo was gone. I think Sonny realized, and certainly Ustilo didn't. That was hilarious.
Wait a
What is up with this game?
Yeah, I'm kind of stumped as well. So many off plays, so many weird situations, but
either I've had too much Monster to drink and I'm just starting to lose it a little bit here, or this is just a really weird game.
Wow. 6 HP, takes that fight. Zard is down, but there's only 25 seconds left.
They've got to commit, but they're rotating in through middle. If they win this fight here, James is going to go down. So now it's all coming from upper. Sonny's here, and it's about time. He's got the health. He's got the AK as well. They're walking right in, but Sniper picks up the headshot. Now it's going to be a 2v2. Can they make the cross here? Stunder's watching, and he's so fast. He gets a kill right through the door. Sniper's gone, and next in line, Stunder takes down Ricky. What a performance. A triple kill, and that's the round for ROCCAT. Impressive play here. And look at that again. They're not feeling overwhelmed with confidence, but that's a solid round.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to do the 360 before you take the shot, Stonda, but we'll give you points anyways. MLG plays. Yeah, triple kill for him at the end.
This Stonda really is a player of like international caliber. He really has the skill set to put it off here. We saw it earlier today. He was really playing extremely well, and so was Sonny, obviously, but stuff he's pulling off here is definitely not nothing.
This is a lot of fun to watch. I mean, those kinds of plays really, where it just comes down to raw aim, those are so impressive. Well, let's see. Flash through, and well, wow, Imagine can't even make it out through the smoke. As soon as that flash goes off, Yuo just starts spraying, catches Imagine in the face, and already immunity down a man, and they are looking for this A-split. Seems like they do want to focus on this part of the map. Stonda, though, still alive, and he's actually changed up his position. He's not playing from cars. Instead, he's on A slope. There's the flash to clear him out. He gets spotted. 3 guns, though, waiting for him, and there it is. Rickett hits the headshot, but then Yuho is there to do the damage.
And he's clicking away like a madman as well. Going to put up the grenade and just to see if they could buy a little bit of time here. It is going to be a 3v4 retake coming in, and ROCCAT doing a smart thing. They're waiting. They're saying, let's control long, wait for backup to come here, and then we all group up and push together. That's a very simple idea, but it's a very good one as well. Yuho looking for the headshot here, not going to get it quite yet, and that bomb is ticking. There are no more grenades left on Terra's side. Yuho gets the spray, but Jameson, you're still returning. Nasu with the shot, and now it's all on James, and he's been here so much for his team. He needs to do it once again. He's going to have to clutch this 1v2. It's a triple kill for Yuho. James, shoulder peeking out, trying to get the shot on through. Bomb still being defused, and Nasu's going to get it. What a nice position there from ROCCAT, really covering each other. And they managed to get that round home. I mean, all these rounds on Dust 2, they've all been so close, it's crazy.
2 HP close.
Yeah.
He had the right idea, but Yuho lives with 2 HP. 2 HP is what settles it. That's disgusting. James was so close to clutch. He was 2 HP close to clutching it. Look at that. Man, wow. He had the right idea as well. He had the right plan. Just couldn't get the final bullet on there to do the trick. And now immunity, they're down to pistols. And ROCCAT, they have a real chance to just power through here, lock down this map. Xart doing a good job of holding from Plateau. He's got support from Doorway as well, and this should be a very quick round in the end. Immunity not wasting any time at all, just barreling out onto that B site. But nothing really coming from it apart from feeding into Xart's bank.
8-3 here. This is starting really to turn in favor of the Finnish team. And a round like this where they just don't have the equipment to do enough damage. That means suddenly the bank of Finland is looking just a bit safer.
Oh, re-peek? Oh, Ricky's playing it safe. Just looking for the wall bang, and that's going to change it up. Stonda falling back, and they're going to just consolidate the defense. Oh, Nasu finds the headshot on Astillo, and then he gets body blocked. That's not how it's supposed to work, Stonda. Your teammate would have made it out alive if you weren't so frag greedy.
Yeah, there was no way to pass there. That is a very frustrating feeling, isn't it?
Let me at him. And then Nasu's like, let me out.
I just want to leave. I've already done what I came to do. Sunny, timing looked like it was really good then.
Good enough to slow things. Rick is still alive, though, with that AWP. Spots the man. Misses the shot, though. Not going to get it, but they still have bomb control, at least immunity. Very light on the nades. They have a single smoke. That's over on Imagine, so they need him to get... They basically need him to lay down that smoke on CT if they want to have a chance of getting onto this A site. Stonda is ready and waiting in CT, and it's the duel. It's going to be the duel between the two oppers right now. There it is. Smoke finally going down. They're going to make the cross. The gap is there, and Stonda misses the shot.
Sniper with a headshot return on Yuho. He's going to go down. Bomb is being put in here, and Sniper playing from Catwalk as well. They've got a good setup, and it's going to be... They're going to put 3 people on Catwalk here for ROCCAT. That is a bit of a risk, but there are no grenades left on the terrorist side to stop them, so they might as well just go for it. And now they're going to be running in. Sunny jumping down. AK and trying to get a little bit closer here. Maybe see if he can drop Sniper, who has got the double. It's going to be Exant with the headshot, but the big man here is going to be Ricky down on long. Imagine goes down. Ricky misses the shot. Where's that defuse coming through? He's shoulder peeking it, trying to see if he can force it out. He knows there's someone up there. Ricky gets the 1 kill, has to peek again. Stonda gets it, and he's got the time as well for the defuse. This is a huge round here. It's going to be 9-3. Great retake right on the edge. How many rounds has it been where it's down to a 1v1 or a 2v2?
I can't even... I should have had a pen and paper, right? Where you just put a notch every time, because it's just too close to count right now.
Look at this.
He's like,
I want to fly. No.
I want to live. I choose life. Oh. And Stonda's having none of it. Oh, that's painful. Well, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that they win the round. ROCCAT.
It's like a World War I approach, you know. There's only one way to march, and it's forward. If you try and
I was going to
go
for World War II, but that World War I works as well, yeah.
You know,
I mean...
Officer Stonda is in the background with a Luger just ready to shoot you.
Yeah, I was looking at this moment, Stonda realized he was Russian. But saying that to a Finn is a real bad thing, so won't do that.
Well, Yuho already going down here early in this round, and there's a good headshot from Sniper. It's going to bring it back, and he kills Stonda as well. That's a huge kill. You can tell the confidence, like, Stonda's gone, let's go. We're ready. Inside this B-bomb site, Sunny is trying to spray down a couple of people, but he won't be able to. Nasu alone. I mean, if Sunny could have stayed alive and killed 1, then this flank from Nasu would have been godlike, wouldn't it? But now he is alone in the 1v4, and he's going to go down there to Ustilo. So a little bit of glory at the end here for Immunity. Very close to the end of this half. But, you know, if they don't pick up the last couple of rounds here and make it 9-6, I feel like ROCCAT is just going to run away with this.
Yeah, I agree. This is where it starts to get a bit scary. I mean, ROCCAT, just to make another match out of it, I would love to see 9-6 just because of what we saw on Mirage. Well, I take that back. Just because it was pretty one-sided, actually, after that first half. But the first half was entertaining.
Well, 9-6 should be a close game, so I understand what you mean anyway. If it's 9-6, then that means those two should still be a fairly close game here. Good opening. Ricky picking up 2 kills, and they've got that AWP on Stonda, just the casual eco-op.
Sure, why not? They got the Deeg. Zard is rotated in from the B-side. Molotov there. Oh, and Ricky hits that headshot instantly. Sunny going down. Sunny really not having much luck in this map. And Ricky with a double headshot.
Quad kill as well for Ricky. You're still going to go down. Ricky's only got 6 health, but I mean, at this point, you kind of have to fight it, don't you? You need that ace.
Timing has gone down as well. Well, the timing works out. Bomb is on the site, and he will never look right. Good night. Sniper. Just ending hopes and dreams. And Immunity, they continue to just march on. Such a strong performance from them on Dust 2. As far as actually bringing it back into the match, that was so important.
So one last chance here. It's the 15th round coming up. We'll see if they already don't have the money for it, no ROCCAT. They've got the Scout, no armor, and then a couple of pistols armor here. not looking too good. So Immunity have got a chance here to bring it back. Sunny with the 5-7 out. Almost, you're still going to go down to all those grenades here. So scary start.
Yeah, that was actually pretty brutal. That's certainly not going to help things. Even if they are against the force by these pistols, against low HP targets like Ustillo right now. Still very scary. And a little bit of a push coming in into mid, it seems, as well. Yuo just holding close to the doors, getting that info, that audio info, basically. If there's any steps up on Cat, anybody jumping up onto big box, he'll hear that sort of thing. But with that CZ-75 up that close, he is very dangerous. Body block? Oh, I love it. So smart. So sexy.
I want more people to do that. Very, very clever idea. Well, start in the middle here, looking for a Deagle headshot, not going to be rewarded. Joe could see behind that smoke because he did block it, so very smart indeed. Nasu going to get that kill on Imagine. Just what's happening here. Ricky and James are left. They don't have the bomb plan yet, and there are still 4 members on the CT side left alive. James looking in upper dark, and he's going to take that shot. Nasu going down. Yo, sitting ready for a flashbang there. A nice pop flash in. And again, it's going to get the kill on Ricky too. And now it's all on James. Grenade is going to finish one, and it's still a 1v2. He could definitely do this. He's got the AWP, and is in a bit of a tricky spot here. Turning around for the grenade. Bomb is ticking. He goes down. Stunder runs in, but he doesn't have a kit. I don't think they have the time here.
I think it's going to be cutting it way too close. Shame there for...
Maybe just? Yeah, maybe just.
But, like, shame that they heard the noise at the end because Stondo was able to pre-aim towards car as they came onto that site.
Wow, that was a bit scary there, but yeah, they just had the time. Another second and it might not have been possible, but that's a huge win. That might actually be the nail in the coffin here for Immunity. Yeah,
it's a long way back to get into this map, that's for sure. I mean, now we get to see them swap it up. We can see them... I mean, if they can get Ricky the op early on, rather... I mean, he can have the impact, right? That's when he really just seems to lay teams low, but yeah. Gotta wear those headsets. Sometimes they can be a little uncomfortable. But yeah, in case you're wondering, don't worry, our voices aren't getting piped out into the hall, so they can't hear us hear what we have to say right now.
No.
Not that it would really matter in halftime either, but...
I mean, what could, I mean, you could reveal your secret superpower or what you'd wish for, you know. That would be bad.
What was your superpower anyways?
I haven't said anything. I haven't said mine.
You see, that's the thing, man. You have this tendency to like ask questions and then, you know, nobody actually puts you on the spot. So what is your superpower, Anders? Come on. Lay it low.
I feel like being able to stop time would be my thing. That would be great.
Can you stop time for everybody else?
Yeah, for everyone else, but not for me, you know.
But not for you.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, because you continue to age, right? So it's like you're stopping time. But
I wouldn't do it forever.
You know, I mean, everything is like eternal. But what happens if you die and time is still stopped?
I would...
Is time stopped forever at that point?
No, I reckon just as a safety precaution, I think we should let it expire if something happens to me. Just to not end the whole world.
So it's like you can stop time as long as you hold your breath or something like that.
It'd be beneficial if you go shopping, you know, you get to the counter, you stop time, you walk out and continue. And
like how everything, you know, nobody ever thinks about being like the superhero or whatever, you know, it's like, I'm going to use my powers for good. It's like, nah, screw everybody.
Of course not. That would be ridiculous. All right, well, we're heading into the second half here. It's a pretty big lead, terrorist side for ROCCAT here. Seeing if they can pick up this pistol round. I think they've pretty much got it. They were really strong on the terrorist side earlier, and as not necessarily a mixed team, but as a newish team, it's going to make a really big difference playing the terrorist side, I think. Going to be hard for Immunity. But they are doing a good job. Ricky spraying or clicking madly away with that USPS, but he's getting a headshot.
He did manage to pick up one. He didn't really tag up anybody else, but he did spot movement at least, and it's going to be up onto Cat. Ustillo starts it off strong, and it's Imagine actually robbing him, but Ustillo delivers in the end, gets 2 kills of his own, and then of course they know where Stonda's coming from, but James will lock down that last kill. I mean,
you get the sense that these Australian players are just really good at playing with pistols?
It seems like it. That's 2 like complete and utter beatdowns that we've seen from them in the pistol round. I mean, do they even take any damage? Imagine gets a little low, Ustillo as well. Well, a little low, not even really, just they get like tickled. That's dominant. That is really impressive. And now ROCCAT, yeah, they go for the force buy because, you know, YOLO.
Because why not? Deagle shot a couple of Tech 9s and stunned it with the Glock, no armor. So we already know what that means. Later on, it's going to have to be that AWP. No luck with the Deagle just yet. They've got maybe a bit more. Sniper going to hit a headshot. James gets tagged, but not that much.
Yeah, actually, James is in a little bit of a tight spot. Yeah, he's going to get overwhelmed in the end. But hey, imagine. Heard that the P90 is good. All right, that's it. I mean, there's really like no reason to like commentate this stuff heavily because it's just.
It just is.
It just is, you know.
It's not like we can actually, you know, shout, you know, louder than the P90 is anyway, so...
Well, at least he doesn't have a negative, I guess.
Yeah, that's the best part. I hope more people should buy that.
No, don't, because, like, who was it that was doing that? QK or Rennie? They'd buy a negative and then they'd drop a decoy. It'd be like, you guys are dicks.
That's the best part. Oh, this grenade! Sniper actually gets a headshot and another one. Oh my lord. He's looking for a little bit more here. Doesn't get the body shot off, but he's doing a lot of damage. He is really on point. It will end up with a triple kill for him. Those were some sexy scout shots, even if it was just an anti-eco round. That is not so easy.
Getting warmed up, getting warmed up. I mean, this is the kind of start that they need. This is going to give them confidence here. That's the important bit right now, because Immunity, they need to feel like they can actually make this comeback happen. If they're just beating ROCCAT into the ground at this point, that's really solid. And now we go into the big key round here. So if they can keep this level going up against AKs and Ops, that's going to make a world of difference. Yeah, Sniper just lighting him up. It looked like he nearly picked off the third one as well.
Yeah, it was really close, definitely. Imagine spraying down and already Sunny Exada gone. That's a really strong kill. He's the first buy round for ROCCAT and they get nothing on that push out to long, and the third one's going to fall stunned. They're trying to see if he can make it back, but Imagine picking up a triple kill and leaving Nasu alone. No bomb. Not really much hope either, I imagine.
No, he's a little short on that. I mean, what can he really do? 1v4, he's got the flash. Pop flash out, maybe? Wants that element of surprise, though. It's going to cost him in the end. No, actually, Imagine runs out of bullets with an A4 as well. Not often we get to say that.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, they're just giggling.
Yeah.
He's like, and then, you know, I was just holding down mouse 1, and there was a guy behind there. He just died too.
They are having a pretty good time, considering the beating that they've taken in the first half. Now they're right back to 10-9. I can kind of understand why they might be feeling pretty jolly at this point here. Double up set up on the CT side. It's Ricky and James. Rick James?
Oh, yeah, I see.
Sunny is going to be going down to at least part of that combo. Yo picking out in the middle. Seeing if he could find somebody. All they got is pistol and armor. Seeing if they can. I think we could call this the Rick James combo. I'd be all right with that.
I'd be perfectly fine with that. I'd have been perfectly fine with a 2-for-1 shot there as well from James, but he's gonna go for the point blank and get completely overwhelmed. Well done there by Yuho, and Stonda actually managing to pick off Imagine. So there's the rotator down. Stonda actually going for more, but he will get shut down by Sniper. And it's a 1-on-3 situation. Zard not gonna be able to recover this bomb. Unfortunately for him, Ustillo's covering it, and he actually lives. So, continues strong performance here from Immunity. Really just nothing too straightforward about what ROCCAT decided to throw at them. They just wanted to get control of mid behind a smoke and see what they could do, see if they could get up onto that B site, but it just was not possible once that bomb gets dropped. And you got the likes of, you know, Rick James.
Immunity seems strong as a brick house.
Okay.
I couldn't help myself.
Okay.
Stunned, hoping for that, you know, jump up onto plateau, which you can sometimes get if you get the close B spawn, but the smoke was on. Ricky, on the other hand, will be taking down Nasu. Another good early kill into Lower Dark this time around. He did take some damage for it, but still very much worth it. Score is tied at 10-10, and Immunity are sort of embarking on a pretty cool comeback at the moment.
Yeah, and Rick is showing that he's pretty wise, backing off, not willing to challenge, not throwing away the advantage that he just got for his team. I mean, sure, smoke goes down for B split, and that's actually the best case scenario for ROCCAT right now, considering there's only a single man up on the B site right now for Immunity. But they aren't going to push behind it, so they're just trying to catch, they're just hoping to catch somebody out of position on Immunity's side. No targets presenting themselves for now, though, so it is still a little bit tricky here for ROCCAT. They still have so much utility, though, so options are there. See what I did there? Or HE. Shrapnel works too.
Well, that initial damage paying off. Stonda will get the frag there. 35 seconds left. They've actually wasted a lot of time just getting that one kill. And that could come back to bite them. There's nobody currently defending. Well, actually, one person, sorry, defending inside B. Stilo doesn't have a lot of backup in the middle. It's going to be a fight. Exart going to win it against Sniper, and now he is alone. It's going to be a tough defense for him. 20 seconds, gets no kills. Sunny will take him down. It was close to killing Yuo. And actually, James is going to get the one crossing very nearly a second one. It's so close. Stonder, I'm wondering if he got tagged because he's down to 36. But either way, the bomb is going to go down with 7 seconds left. And it's a tough retake here. 2 versus 3. And Stonder, aggressive hold. Headshot from Imagine, though. What an angle to peek. But they're getting shot in the back. And it's down to a 1v2.
He has the kit, and that's the one mistake you don't act. Wow, Sunny actually lives. If he had got that kill onto Sunny. That's right.
It's the wrong music.
That's right. No idea, dude.
If we could find
They're Swedes, man. It's just they don't.
If we could find Rick James would Give It To Me, then that is an incredible track.
He actually does tag Sonda, yep. Through the door.
Well. It's another round here for the Finnish side, 11-10. It seems like this is going to be a really close game right now. The double up is gone for the CT side, so they've managed to accomplish that much, but Immunity was still able to buy, all things considered. Well, the Finnish side, they are slowing. They're not being super aggressive right now, and I wish they would be a little bit more. I understand why it's a bit scary, because Immunity have been shutting them down quite fiercely, especially over on long. But I still feel like the lack of pace right now on ROCCAT's side is a little bit scary.
But they're doing such a fantastic job slowing it down, because look at the number of nades Immunity have to actually buy more time here. We're at a minute left, and they only have a single smoke grenade and 4 flashes. That's not a whole lot. That's pretty light. So I'm thinking Immunity, you know, they've got to start managing their utility a bit more here, or it's going to get a little. It's just not going to get any easier for them. Well, smoke goes down to block off A long. Molotov onto the site, not going to affect Sniper too much. There's a man waiting in Goose as well. So now's the time, and James, he starts it off strong.
Sunny had a really good angle, then he just jumps down. 10 health left on James. But Ricky in the back lines here, he's going to have to do really well, because James is not going to be much health. He's so low as well. Goes for the spray. He actually will get a kill. Goes for another one. He gets a double. And very nearly dead. And it's going to be a 2v3 here. Bomb dropped on the slope, and you can tell Yuo, he wants to go and pick it up, but he knows it's a bit risky. He tries to get back through, and he will survive. Nasu won't. And now it's going to have to be an incredible clutch here. 9 seconds left. He takes the kill, goes for the bomb plant, and he has to hold it down. He can't stop it now. He's got the triple, looking for the ace. They're coming through the window. He's reloading. He's finally going to get it, but he can't get a shot. Sniper making it through another second. If he had had the reload beforehand, he could have shot them both down coming through. That's going to make it 11-11, and that will destroy ROCCAT's economy here. This is not a good thing.
Yes, and 6 bullets, Anders. You don't have faith enough in yourself? 6 bullets to get the job done?
I definitely wouldn't have, but you gotta wonder what would happen if he had tried to hold on. Yeah, so I think ROCCAT probably would have had some choice words for that kind of play, just pushing through window like that, no fear at all. But Immunity just deciding to stack up together. They had the man advantage. Why not? Yeah. They're back to pistols, and they've got a couple of deagles, and Joe does have the flashbang, so I'm glad about that. Going to flash their way out along. Not that there was anyone there to receive it on the other end, but I still think it's a worthwhile investment. Maybe you could have caught somebody. Now they're going to be able to take some deagle fights down on long, which is always fun to watch. Ricky going to take the peek, and they almost line up for him. He gets a shot, gets a second one, can get a third one. He will be a third. Pistols out as well, looking for the headshot here, and it's a quad kill for Ricky. He shuts him down in an impressive fashion. Well, okay then. Like, and he's just so quick, Ricky. Like, look at how fast. And then he goes for that flick away as well. So it's just like, boom, instantaneous. Just 1, 2. I actually feel like if someone did do a frag movie of Ricky with Rick James, Give It To Me, it'd be a pretty good theme. Ooh, that's a good kill though. Yeah, opening up, but especially on Ricky, that's the other upper down here in the 24th round. This is just back and forth between these two. Sunny didn't hear. What? They have no idea that Estillo's pushed up. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy! Estillo just saved them. Sunny does come back for the kill, so after all of that, it's down to a 3v3. What a mad situation. Imagine's now waiting out here. Are they going to realize that he's right behind? Sunny's making a lot of noise. Flash in through, and he can't see a thing, and Imagine goes down. Great individual play here from Sunny as well. It's going to be a double kill, and now B-bomb side is very much open. Sniper and James. See if they can save it once again. They've been playing really well, both of these players here. But now it really matters. Whoever starts losing rounds now, they could end up losing this map just based on economy. They won't have enough money to continue to buy. That goes for both teams here. James is going to be down to on a third health. Smoke goes up in window, or sorry, in door, and that plant, it is going to go through. He can't get the angle right. If we bring up the scoreboard here, let's see what the money's like, because I think they are running away. Yeah, both teams very low on money, a bit more on immunity. So saving these two rifles, they might be able to put something together, but they did survive with 5 members last round. And then you see how important that is. If they'd lost 3 members in the last round to the eco, they would have been very bad position.
Dire straits, but here they could potentially save 2 ops. Sniper really choosing to get up there, and yeah, I think Sunny actually is back here looking for Stonda's op right now, wondering where the hell it went. Yeah. Awkward moments, and well, they're so broke as well on the T side that they can't really afford to hunt too aggressively either. They need every gun they can get. But that was some clever play there. At least the fact that Immunity managed to make it away with Stonda's op, kind of leave ROCCAT in the lurch.
This is turning into being a really crazy map here on Dust 2. First one was a bit of a stomp on Mirage. Just Immunity just shot ROCCAT out of the game after a short while. That play should have been the big one. Now they're going to run into James here. He's got the open. He's in a terrible corner. This is not an easy one to play. Sniper, though, trying to save him. Gets 2 kills. Imagine with the one. And Stonda, last man alive in a 1v3. And he's going to go down to James. Somehow he survives and even gets a double kill. Normally, if you get trapped in that corner with a sniper rifle, you're going to be toast.
You're a dead man. And what's worse, this is going to completely reset the money now for ROCCAT. What kind of... This is way too close to the end to be getting your money hard reset. Yep, there's a couple guys who can actually full buy, but then the rest of them, it would be a very awkward buy indeed for ROCCAT to actually go for. Man, this is going to be down to the wire. Can't believe that Immunity have managed to come back in such a fine way as well. James going for the re-peek, takes a bullet to the face, but still picks up a kill. Should be able to back off as well. Although, once again, they find themselves in a bit of an awkward spot, Immunity, because there's only 1 man alive on that B site. It's Sniper. Yeah. And ROCCAT making the call to go towards the only place where there's 4 players, but, you know, I guess if you can land headshots with the Deeg, it's all right.
Wow. Ricky does get a return, but this is not a round that Immunity can afford to lose. And even the fact that they've got a kill on one, Yuho with another headshot. He's looking for the triple. Not going to get a chance just yet. There is a player on long and also on CT spawn, so might be presented a target. Going to stand up. The flashbangs are in. Can he get another deagle shot through? Ixad's going to help out here. Now it's down to a 2v3. They might actually be winning this round. ROCCAT not breaking so easily. Sniper and Imagine trying to get back in. Imagine going to get the kill. They've got the smoke. They're going to have to put it up here, I think, for the defuse here. So they block off one angle. Duo picking up another kill. He goes for it. It's a quad kill with the deagle. And ROCCAT bringing it back. This match just will not end. 13-13 and the 27th round gonna roll in here. What is happening, Semler?
All hail Yuho. That he just made the biggest difference there. I mean,
yeah, that was
that's individual play. Like, that's individual play. They actually walked into a stack where there were 4 players for Immunity, ROCCAT, and with a deagle, Yuho pulling a bit of a happy. Just mauls them. That should not happen. So that's pretty much the long and short of it. You get a headshot, sure, but you shouldn't be able to get 4 kills off of that. And well, Imagine showing that he's got a, he's got a little bit of the dig in him too.
Look who's flanking long. You're still right behind the rest of the Finnish players looking for a shot. He's going to let them run out long. He's trying to get up behind. Imagine trying to keep them occupied, but he goes down, and you're still, he might have missed his timing window. Stonda goes down, yes, but you can tell he was hungry for more. It's going to be a 3v3. The bomb goes down. Sniper has AK, a grenade, but he's going to get dropped by Sunny trying to flank again. They're not going to fall for it twice. And Ricky now looking for it with the deagle alone.
Unfortunately for him, nobody's holding element. Wonder if he's hoping to be able to pick up the AK all the way in the back line. That might be a possibility here, but no. 2 players here already controlling this spot. Look at that. This is some veteran play right here. Sorry, he's like, oh, you may want this AK, but you're not going to have it. Very clever stuff. Very great. That's great forward thinking. But the tables have completely turned. It was ROCCAT who ate an eco. Now all of a sudden it's Immunity who have to go for it, and they're going to have to go for a force buy in this situation to keep ROCCAT off of 15 rounds.
Yeah, these last 3 or 4 rounds have been completely nuts, haven't they? It's been impossible to predict the outcome, and more importantly, it's been really entertaining Counter-Strike. I feel like ever since Ricky executed his teammate over at the B bomb side, it's just been like one long, completely maddening ride here. Ricky, he's got that AWP back, and so is Stonda. 13-14, nobody running away with it yet. Ricky gonna find that shot on Yuho, who saved the round for ROCCAT earlier, but now he's gone.
The individual play, once again, Ricky starting it off strong. There's the flash up on the cat as well. Sunny wants to challenge. They've really taken a passive approach to this 2-1-2 situation here for Immunity. Really going to allow Sniper to just set up the crossfire in case they try and go through B again. But it looks like ROCCAT are feeling pretty confident in their A so far. I mean, they've had success on it so far. Why not? Pop flash out. Not going to be very effective, though. Still holding close. Will win the duel. That pretty much ends it. Now one flank is gone from ROCCAT's push up onto this A site. Life gets very tricky.
3 versus 5 here, about 50 seconds left. Stonda will pick up a kill on Imagine there. Does equalize things a little bit. Sunny trying to see if he can make it close. The bomb side is theirs, but they are losing players left and right now. 1 versus 3 for Sunny here. And even worse, the bomb is dropped all the way back on Catwalk.
Yeah, this really is the wild ride. Sunny. Yeah, there we go. Gets that plant. He guarantees the money. This is a big win for him. 1v3 situation. The fact that he even gets the bomb plant down is a huge success. Okay.
All right, Ricky, gonna pick it up. But the thing is, that's now an actual. That's a risky play now, because you can definitely get shut down if Sunny's up there waiting and aiming at that angle, which people will do a lot. Because of the patch, he can get shut down. So it actually feels a bit more like, you know, there's a risk versus reward calculation you have to do. If Ricky goes down in that situation, it's a 1v2 for Sunny. He's in the bomb side and it's got a decent situation here. And you can see he was looking at it for it earlier, so...
It's actually Ricky, like, slowing down. He stopped his trajectory. If he'd have gone for the full arc, I think Sunny might have popped him. Oh, but they make the jump across, and it's quad ops. 2 ops for each team here.
Yeah, but only one team knows that that's true. And that's the CT side. They heard both those ult go off in CT spawn, or in T-spawn, sorry. Whereas I don't think ROCCAT realized just yet that Ricky and Sniper, or sorry, Ricky and James both have one. And that could be a difference.
Shots are going out already, Sunny. Waiting to see. I mean, man. Immunity, once again, just no nades. Look at this. They've used all of their smokes already. They're down to 4 flashes and an HE. Like, they just have no utility. Whereas on the other side, ROCCAT have got all the nades they need. They can do whatever the hell they want.
Or maybe they don't need nades. Maybe they just need one good pop flash here from Imagine. He's going to turn around. Sunny, he gets a kill, but Imagine 2 in return. Pistols out, and he can't take Stonda. So still a favorable trade here for the terrorist side, but that was close. Very close indeed. But you're right, the lack of grenades is going to be a huge problem if they're ever going to have to go for a retake.
They might be going for the cap play. I mean, Zard is kind of dancing around over there, but it does look like they want to try and head over towards the B site. And this, again, ROCCAT choosing the worst possible location. 2 players alive on this site, and there it is. Rico with the peekaboo kill, taking out Nasu, but Stonda's right there to return that frag. Sniper with a flash out onto B slope, though, will shut down Zard. And now it's all down to Stonda now in a 1v2.
Well, he's going to get the one shot. Oh, he's not going to be able to get the second one. So close. The tech line, he couldn't pull it out on time. And speaking of time, he had very little left as well. It was down to 16, 17 seconds there at the end. And the problem with that is, when you're playing a sort of a clutch situation on the terror side like that, when you don't have time, it means you can only really fake. At that point, he can fake the bomb maybe once, and that's it. If they don't peek him and he fakes it once, if he tries to plant again, he has to commit to it, and they'll know it. So he kind of just had to try and take the fight there. Pretty tricky position. 15-14 Immunity. They're 1 round away from eclipsing ROCCAT here on Dust 2 in spite of an absolutely stunning performance from the Finnish side. Somehow the Australian team, they've just come alive here.
They're just grinding out rounds.
Yeah.
It's that experience as a unit perhaps that's really making the difference here versus the mixed team that is ROCCAT. But whatever it is, 30 rounds. And this is it. Difference between overtime. First overtime we'll have here in the group stage if it goes the distance. Or Immunity winning 2-0. There's the flash in, and no luck this time for Sniper, and I'm wondering if he's going to, yeah, decides to back off, but he did get punished for the moment hesitation there.
He didn't have head armor, so he's down to 12 here, but look at this, James and Sniper and Ricky coming in. They're all chiming through. Nasu, the last player alive, and there's no chance here. It was 1v5 now, 1v4. James spraying in, he's going to get the headshot and Immunity. They make their way through 2 maps there. Last one, very close indeed, and a hugely entertaining map they gave us. Wow, I mean, congratulations to Immunity, but I feel like, I really want to see more of all these Finnish players here. They've got some raw talent.
Yeah, that's it, really. Just the aim, man. The aim to be a constant threat. And it was just a full-on battle. But ROCCAT will be the last the last team, I suppose, in this qualifier, but the first team out. So let's go ahead and hear what the analysts at the desk have to say about this best of 3 to close the night out.
All right, guys, welcome back. So day 1 done and dusted, and we started off. Oh, look at you. Now it's you.
He's so proud now.
Semler's going to be covering for you.
The boys have done it.
The boys have done
Upset's still real.
Yeah, these are.
They're not in just yet, though. They've done it to stay alive. Of course, as I was about to say, day 1 is done and dusted. One team is through Cloud9. They've qualified. Their job here in Stockholm is complete, mission complete, but one team is already gone. It was MixCat coming into this, ROCCAT as we've now been calling them, and as they're now known. Look, I mean, coming in as a mixed team, not a bad performance from the Finnish side, and a lot of individual performances, and we'll talk a little bit more about some of those, but not to. I mean, is there a future for a team like this out of Finland right now with the depth pool that they have and lack of team that they're representing right now?
Yeah, I think there's positives to be taken from this, and I'm hoping that they're going to be able to establish a team of some sort out of the core of this that we had here, because there was a glimpses of some really good plays, and but at the same time, it felt to me like at this match compared to how they were playing in that earlier match against Cloud9 is that they just sort of lost that mojo they had earlier on.
That intensity.
They became too tense, too serious, and not just like having fun with it.
Interesting enough. We'll talk more about that. Like I said, there was some individual highlights to talk about, but to hear from the winners first and foremost, we have Team Immunity and we have James, one of the most charismatic players, definitely from Australia, if not in the scene in general. So we'll hear from him right now.
James, congratulations. Proud?
Very proud. Boys did well, so can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, it was pretty interesting, actually. It was quite an interesting series in terms of how the maps played out, because the first one, there were some individual plays, but there was also team play. You guys kind of have this mixture of both amazing individual feats, which just look crazy, and then some really nice executions.
Yeah, so Mirage is one of our stronger maps. We've been playing it over here, overseas in Europe a few times. We've pulled some good results. And, we're quite versatile on it, and that's why it makes us a good map. And with our Dust 2, it was a little bit sloppy at points, but we pulled it through.
You actually got a triple yourself in one of the pistol rounds. Can you run us through that, if you remember it?
Yeah, I think it was Mirage. That was just, just good bait, and got the frags. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, fantastic play. There's a big roar after it. So something that I think a lot of people are interested in is that you guys are kind of seen as underdogs when you come up against a lot of teams. In this case, it was relatively even. Most people are not sure. It was split between who might be coming out on top. And so what's it like playing a team like that instead of, for instance, earlier where you played Dig, which we'll get onto in a second?
It's actually quite hard playing a mixed team like this. We don't know too much about the lower tier mixed teams in Europe. So we've got our coach we brought in, Vertigo, who was an old 1.6er, and he's helped us quite a bit. And we didn't really prepare for a mixed team. It's kind of hard to prepare. They don't really have matches or demos and stuff. So we just came in wanting to play our own game, and we were able to in Mirage, and it showed. And Dust 2, we played it in certain bits, and pulled through.
Yeah, it seems like your T-sides are pretty strong. Do you guys practice, did you guys focus a lot on execution and strategies, or is it more just you have great chemistry? I'm not sure. Maybe you could let some light on that.
We kind of do both. One big thing about our team is trying to be versatile. So, we've got the strategies, we've got the tactics, we've got the executions if we need it. But if our chemistry can just pull us through a game, we're going to use it to our advantage. So, our T-sides are pretty, strong. But our CD sides need a lot of work. In Australia, we can get away with a few bad things, like bad habits and whatnot. And in Europe, you obviously can't because they're so much better. Well, the talent pool is better, I should say. So, mistakes, if we make them, we're going to be punished. And that's what we have to work on.
So up next will be on Saturday, your rematch against Dig. Initial thoughts about that matchup?
They're a good team, but it's not like they're unbeatable. We're going to go in confident, and just going to see how it goes. We need a win. They need a win. See what happens.
All right, well, hopefully you can, you know, have a better performance, maybe match them. Who knows what's going to happen? So congratulations, James, on this, and best of luck on Saturday. We're going to head back over to the studio to Sadekist and the guys, so take it away.
Thanks so much, pal. Yeah, I think an interesting point that he touched on, Yanko, mistakes. There was a few of them today. It wasn't clear-cut.
Yeah, it's like what me and Nat were talking about while we were watching the game. Like, it's small mistakes that can make or break a game of a map of Counter-Strike, a match of Counter-Strike for you. Like, there was a situation where James specifically got a triple kill in a round. Like, the first kill he got was from a guy jumping CT, and he was left on 10 HP. Then, like, ROCCAT started going mid to B, and 3 guys were going up mid. They were all going window, and they were all looking at window. You know, the third guy was supposed to be looking at door, and James just peeked. He got the first free kill. After that, like, he got flashed in, so he got the double kill, and it was a really important round. It was like 11-11 at that point, you know. So, yes. You want to say something?
Well, I kind of do this thing, and
you're giving me the look.
It was maybe.
Yeah. So basically, I wanted to say like that. It's the small mistakes, you know, that causes you to lose like the important rounds, which in a game that ends 16-14, it's like all it takes.
There was another big mistake on round 9 as well, where Stonda hit the first shot. To be fair, the player did try and jump with the bomb. I don't remember who the first shot was. It was a 2v2. Both players from CT were on the either A long or in toward the CT area, which was where Stonda was picking from. They had B site. First player jumped across the door. Stonda hit the shot, dropped the bomb, and rather than Rikke just trying to jump over, grab the bomb and plant it and force the 2-on-1 to at least come retake against him, he tried to repeak it, and he knew the op was already staring at it, and he lost that battle, and that was when it started to sway a little bit in that first half.
When they're going to be facing, like I've been saying before, when they face a better opposition, that's when it becomes a problem for them. Yeah, they have the basis, but it's always going to be those little details that's going to be hindering them right now.
Yeah, and just before we get too much detail again, because I imagine these guys do want to get out of here, I think it's only fair that we take...
me, I feel discriminated. Yeah, there we go.
Are you two done chatting?
Well, I need to ask Naughty something first of all, of course.
Okay,
like,
you have about 2 seconds.
Wow. Okay. So, is there like a deal with like Finnish players? Do they need their daily dosage of sauna, or what's the do you think this hindered their performance? I saw, Sonny, dropped down in performance. Is he just running out of that?
Quite possibly, yeah.
The special energy you get from the
This is not 2 seconds, Dan.
daily sauna.
You wanna sweat it out before the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
There you go. Dan does not.
On to the interview.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, let's go to the interview. We do have a member from ROCCAT. It is Sonny, actually, who was excellent in the first game against Cloud9, but let's hear from him and Paula and see what they have to say about this mixed team performance.
That is correct, Son. You've had an amazing tournament for yourself. You've had some great individual performances, but firstly, sorry for the loss. You're now out of the tournament. It can't feel too good.
Yeah, thank you. And you're right, it don't feel good.
I mean, what were your expectations coming into this tournament as a mixed team, and also with the roster changes that happened just before you were coming earlier last week? I think it was when Joel's said that he couldn't make it.
Yeah, just came here to play and do our stuff. Just try to win some aim duels and go far with that.
As a mixed team, were you worried? Were you prepared for the fact that these were going to be best of 3s? Would you have preferred them to be best of 1s? Did it not play into your mindset at all?
No, best of 3s are better for everyone.
I mean, is that because you guys are already experienced? Are you happy playing with each other already? Just elaborate on that slightly.
Yeah, we like playing each other, and best of 3s are better because there is much more games. I mean, maps to play, and I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah, so but going back to yourself personally, you had some great series in the matchups. You had some great matches yourself. Were you not nervous at all coming in? You looked very comfortable. You were playing with the camera a lot, putting your thumbs up, having a good time.
Yeah, it feels great. Thank you.
What have you got planned in the future as a team? Because presumably you guys maybe might stick it out. You might look at the roster again. Will Joel's be coming back on?
Well, Joel's is going to be back, of course, in online, but I'm not sure with us. And about the team and the future, we will have some negotiations and stuff like that, but nothing is sure yet.
Do you think things could have been different if you were playing with Joel's? Because if you're not aware, he is a player with a pretty strong reputation online for great performances and great skill, but he hasn't come to LAN yet to kind of fulfill what he's achieved online. Do you think things would have been different if he was able to play?
Of course they would, because the skill gap between Standin and Joels is very big, and Joels is just incredible online. So of course there would be some little differences in those after plant and clutch situations, but it's only speculations, and it's pretty hard to say like this.
With regards to your thoughts on your opponent's immunity, what was it that you found difficult to play against?
Because they didn't take any stupid peaks or risks, and they made it really hard us to play against them, because they're a team and we are mixed, and they use those strats with smokes and stuff like that, that they have routine and we don't.
Yeah, it seemed that they had executions that sometimes caught you guys off guard. Maybe if you had your full roster, that would have been a bit easier to defend against.
Yeah, of course, and but to be honest, even with Joels, we never, practice any maps online, so it's hard to say.
All right, well, best of luck next time. Have you got any final words, any words to the fans out there?
Yeah, thank you for everyone. Thanks.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time, Sonny. Commiserations, sorry about that. And so, yeah, there we go. ROCCAT are now out, and it will be Immunity playing against Dignitas on Saturday. Going to be very exciting. We're going to head back to the studio one last time for this evening. Sadekist.
Thanks, Paula. I imagine that's what it's like to interview Kimi Räikkönen. Typical finish to the point. Guys, for anyone who gets that reference,
I love the last bit when he just walks
away.
He's like going all Pasha.
To go back to Kimi Räikkönen too, it's like the like Monaco when he gets out of the Grand Prix, just walks away and gets an ice cream. He's like, screw obligations, I just want ice cream. Exactly. So, way to go, Finland. Way to be awesome. Good news is for them, like they said, they didn't do a lot of practice. They came into this as a mixed team, no expectations, and obviously did quite well. A lot of positives to take away. Like you said, I was kind of hoping they'd make it not to, so you could go coach them at the major, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I mean, individual skills always been there in Finland. It's always been about chemistry and people not liking each other and just a lot of things bubbling under. And it's always been about, like, let's say 10 players that have been switching around and always running into the same problem. Someone's going to be an issue in that team. We already know that before it even forms that, it's going to fall in the next 6 months anyway. So what's the point? So, yeah. I mean, it's great they brought in Juho. I think that's a great start, actually. So he had some amazing plays in this match as well.
Yeah, I had to add something here.
Oh, yeah. Throwing you off. Go ahead.
I need to add something here because earlier I said...
Is it about saunas again?
No, but it's about Finns, so really, it's all the same, really, anyway. But so I made a point previously where it was like a few words, just like, it must be awesome to be the brother of Lurpis, and that could probably be interpreted, negatively, but that wasn't how I intended it. Because in reality, one thing that was always, it's quite common back in the old Quake days, and I'm sure in the CS days as well. Like you would get, for example, like brothers who would actually be very good, and sometimes you would never hear about the other brother. Like one would get quite good, get into a really good team, and be quite famous, and maybe the other's doing something else. But having that environment, we've got very critical, analytical players. Like basically, you can talk CS constantly. Now I don't know, the nature of the dynamic with Lurpis and Nasu, but obviously something must have rubbed off there, and he's bound to be a good influence. If he picked up anything from Lurpis, he should be a pretty good influence on that team.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy Lurpis used to be an in-game leader. Nasu actually has quite a good knack on giving an in-game leader a lot of good input that he can use in making his calls. So I guess, there's...
You spotted the situations like a 1v1 off the plant, and you're like, okay, these spots, Nasu's super good in these spots. Yeah. Like, is there a point there you want to elaborate on? Like, is some extra, behind-the-scenes knowledge on this player?
I mean, well, he used to be back in the 1.6 especially. He used to be one of the smartest. He had a crazy movement and crazy aim as well. He was one of the most versatile players you could have back in 2007 to 2007. No, 2006 to 2009 range maybe. But I think the biggest fault really has been the fact that he never really had that kind of work ethic where he would be putting in hours and hours and hours, because he's always been that talented, so he's expecting to get away with less. So it feels like he could have been a much more.
I want to go back to the individual talent part of this as well, because there was some really cool things. Obviously, Stund has stepped up huge with the AWP, but speaking of Juho specifically as well, forget what round it was. I think it was round 15, end of the first half, when they smoked middle Immunity, and Juho saw it coming. He knew that they were going to head to mid, didn't actually have much information, but put himself in a position on the archway at CT spawn to body block the nade. He then stayed alive, managed to, I think he got the first kill on entry. I'm not sure if he did. Either way, he managed to stay alive. They had the information on when they were going to hit window, and he showed up at the end. They ended up winning that round, which was pretty substantial. That put them on 10 rounds to 5 as opposed to 9-6.
Also the Eagle round, where ROCCAT picked up that eco round on CT side as well. Huge. I think he got like, what, 4 kills in that round. Yeah. So, yeah, just... yeah, he's a very impact player. He can be huge going further.
Yeah, I mean, it was, I think, again, a lot of promise there. First and foremost, though, Immunity, they move on. Now they play Dignitas. It's a direct rematch. It's in the arena this time, a little bit different pressure, a little bit different, I guess, conditions to work forward. And Yanko, you talked a little bit about communication, some making mistakes. Does that become amplified in that situation? And how do they approach Dignitas? Do they try and maybe take different maps even?
Yeah, well, I think that it's good for Immunity. They've stepped up their game, like versus ROCCAT, in contrast to their game against Dignitas, and that's what they absolutely had to do. Now they, as well as Dignitas, they have 3 extra days to boot camp, to polish stuff out, you know. So I think that they should, more than anything else, they should have a team talk. You know, they should be like, okay, guys, like, we're the underdogs here. We came all the way from Australia. We practiced for a lot of time. Like, let's just have fun. Let's just do our stuff. Don't get like pressured or don't get nervous as much as you can. Yeah. So I think if they play their game, they're gonna put up a good fight against Dignitas, because what we saw today wasn't like, I think it wasn't really representative of what they're capable of.
I think there's more to be on offer there, and it's kind of nice to have that second chance against the team that beat you. In some cases, it almost favors you, because you're the one that the fire's lit underneath of, and you're going to go counter-strat them.
Yeah, I think players with a lot of experience actually benefit so much from having a big stage to play on, because generally speaking, the more experience you get, like the harder it can be in certain positions, depending on the kind of player you are, to actually deliver without a lot of pressure. And having like a stage and a crowd naturally delivers pressure for you, and so you can just get that kind of vibe going. Because I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure you know, you guys who've competed as well. Like when you're kind of fresh to competing, everything like fires up like 100% intensity. Like you got the adrenaline, you like really feel it, but you kind of get numb to that like, over time. So
yeah, it's mostly actually in a situation where, especially if you had a big play, it's not in that situation, but it's right after you get really shaky and it's really hard to play the following round.
Yeah.
and I'm sure anyone listening at home right now that's even played a small LAN with friends knows the feeling you're talking about, winning that LAN.
Yeah.
But you make a really good point that you become numb to it, because these guys are at events every week almost. So how do they stay fresh like that?
It becomes a thing where you thrive from it. You enjoy that environment. It's so cool. You can, like, obviously you can't really distinctly tell what people are yelling or saying, but you can feel the bass in your body. You hear everything. That's basically what any competitive person is going to miss, especially like after you stop playing. That's one thing I miss about it. Is just those feels you get.
It wasn't even that long ago since you played. It seems like forever ago. This year's gone by so fast. You were playing with 3D Max as recently as April.
Yeah. That's how time flies,
right?
I feel it's also going to be really interesting to see how Dignitas copes with the pressure now that they are playing the decider and they're the favorites. As you mentioned briefly, like I think it's a weird feeling playing the same team twice in a group. Like it's going to be less of an effect now when there's like 3 or 4 days in between. But especially for the team who won the first game, you know, of course you're going to be like, okay, boys, we beat them the first time. Let's just do it again. But there's something to it. Like that's why I think it's going to be a lot more interesting than the game we had today.
And that's exactly what I was saying, where they're the ones that now get to go home with the motivation to beat them, whereas Dignitas might get a little bit too complacent. But that concludes day 1 out of 5 here at DreamHack Stockholm. We've got a lot of Counter-Strike still ahead of us. Cloud9, they've made it through, and like we saw, ROCCAT, they've bowed out. The other two, well, they've got a date on Saturday in the arena. It's been an awesome day. We couldn't have done it, of course, though, without our sponsors and our talent, Natsu, on the couch. Very well done, as always. Dan, you're just Dan.
I don't know what that means. I'll be honest, I have no idea what that means.
But it was great. It was great. But more impressively, a couple good, again, freshmen at the DreamHack stuff. Matt Jarus, Pala did great on the interviews. Obviously, Vince did very, very well casting, I thought, in his first time joining us. And as well, Yanko, I think you've had a great response from the community in your analytical. Turns out watching Counter-Strike, you can learn something.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
That is the most awkward. You guys are so glad the camera's not on you right now. worst three-way
Are you
fist bump I've
serious?
ever seen in my life.
Oh my god.
But as I said as well, and of course
you,
Anderson
production.
Semler
So sad.
have to be included in that. But as I said, we need to thank our sponsors, Intel, HyperX, Razer, Monster Energy, and ISO have all done a great job. And as we see it today, there's been a lot on the screen, a lot of action you can look back through. It has been a busy day of Counter-Strike. Zeus's and all kinds of AK and AWP kills. We'll see you tomorrow where we continue from Group D. And just to give you a hint, that is Flipside CSGO Lounge, Copenhagen Wolves, and the other American team, Counter Logic Gaming. It's going to be fun. We'll see you then.